Hey guys, Darth Brox here, bringing you another episode of Boom Beach Blaze to Glory. It's Friday and it's Scorchermania weekend. That's right, Scorchers are 90% off all weekend long. That means they only cost you like 6,500 gold and you can rush the boat for about 3 diamonds. So I decided to play around with Scorchers, guys. My leaderboard push is going real well. You can see I'm at 1229 VP and I'm currently number 23 on the local US leaderboard. I'm real happy about that, guys. Shout out to my boy J Lex, who's just 2 spots above me. Let me clarify real quick about my task force, guys. I've mentioned it in other videos. It's come with a plan. We are not currently accepting new members. It's not because we don't want to be friendly or anything. It's just because we've got such an active chat, strategizing with each other, chatting, and supporting each other. We just really don't have room for 10 more guys to be in that chat box chatting. So thanks to everybody who's expressed an interest in it, but we're going to roll with 15 for the time being. And but feel free to follow us. It's a good way. You can search us in your task force screen and follow our progress if you want. We've got a couple of guys pushing. Another one of us who's pushing, who's been a great inspiration to me and wants to hear how we say his name in Texas, is Mr. Gazerwood. He's become a real good friend. He's real supportive. Everybody in this task force, Will, Max, gosh, I don't want to leave anybody out. I know I will, so I'm going to stop trying to get names for all the help you've given me along the way. Real quick, let me show you my statue lineup, guys. I'm boosting 4 ice. 1 perfect masterpiece of each, 1 perfect guardian of each. I'm boosting them up for a week at a time. I'm going for it. At this victory point level, that seems to be what I need to keep the raids down to about 2 per day. I'm getting scouted by 17 players, and that seemed to be about average. I got attacked by 3 players, which means that I defended 1. That was awesome. 2 other players did get me there. Really, let's see, this is pretty common, RCZM. You guys know I love that combo. I've got several videos featuring that combination on my channel. Check it out if you haven't seen them yet. That's what got me twice. Yesterday, some super boosted warriors came. Smokey hooked me while my shield generator was expired. That was a real bonehead move. But anyways, guys, I wanted to, I'm real happy tonight because let me explain the rest of my statue lineup. I've decided to go with 6 offensive statues. I feel like this is the most flexible statue lineup that I could possibly have. It allows me to switch up between RCZM, HCZM, Scorcher Heavy Zooka. And guys, the question I wanted to answer tonight is, will Cryoneers work with Scorcher Heavy Zooka? You know how I love SHZ, guys. The very first video I put on YouTube was about Scorcher Heavy Zooka. And now that Cryos are out, I've heard and I have observed that Scorchers will counteract the freezing effect of a Cryoneer. However, I got to thinking, Scorchers don't light everything on fire that Cryoneers freeze, and that turns out I'm actually loving this combination. Let me show you how it unfolded tonight. I decided to play with it since Scorchers are so cheap, and I really had a blast. So the first base I tried it on was this guy. I actually failed on the first try, but I made some real noob mistakes, so I gave it another whirl, and this is how it went, guys. He's got 4 ice, or 5 ice, 2 of them boosted. Masterpiece is boosted up. So, nothing to laugh at. Certainly not the worst base I face in this victory point range, but I really actually had a lucky draw today, guy. Nothing too monstrous. So another reason to why not have fun with Scorchers and do a little experiment on Scorchermania weekend. So I dropped 3 Scorchers up front, everybody else behind them. That's 2 landing crafts of heavies, 2 landing crafts of Zookas, and 1 landing craft of Cryo. And I learned from the first time, which I should have known, go ahead, take those 2 buildings out, flare all the way to the left, and start from the corner. Now, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, guys, because really this is a test run. I didn't play my best at all. What I was doing was watching what the Cryos were freezing and seeing, are the Scorchers counteracting it? Yes, they were, but as you'll see, the Cryos freeze quite a bit that the Scorchers are not currently working on. That's the thing. I've only got 3 Scorchers in there. The rest of it is Heavy Zookas and Cryos. As I watch the Zookas and keep them alive with med kits, just deploy shocks and critters to distract and disable the defenses ahead of me, I was able to straight head-on smash most of this base, and then with 1 reflare, top left corner, come back across, take out the shield, And yeah, my whole meat shield is going to die, guys, but that's how it goes with Scorcher Heavy Zooka. I think the Cryoneers did help out a little bit. And here at the end, I'm able to get so many Zookas there that I can flare them back up in the corner, take out the sniper tower that would take them out. But then they've only got that one boom cannon firing on them once every 3 seconds. It's not enough. And boom, the base goes down, and all of a sudden, I'm having fun with this combo. So I decided to go ahead and give them a real test after that. I've got Mr. Longfellow here, who has running 4 boosted eyes. Same defensive lineup that I've got, although he chose to go with 2 health guardians. I chose to go with the perfect damage guardian. What another interesting choice he's made is that he's running a damage amp 3 with his shield gen 3. That might be pretty beastly against the CRZM army, guys. And in this case, I'm glad I've got Zooka loaded. Zooka, by the way, is what I call my Scorcher Heavy Zooka. I spell it with an H. Now I've got to put a C in there somewhere. Maybe it'll be Skizooka. I don't know. But anyways, I'll take out a shooter and a boom cannon. They weren't the damage amplified ones, but see, those are clustered up so good, I'm going to be watching them the whole time. That's where all my shock bombs are going to go until I get up there and get that stuff taken out. I'll use some critters up front to distract the boom cannon and cannons long enough for the army to get into place and form up. And once they do that, guys, see, I start throwing shocks in the back. Now, you'll notice the 2 damage amplified boom cannons are actually 6 tiles apart, which means that it is possible to shock them at the same time, but it's difficult, guys. It's very difficult. You see, I got the perfect shock right there. I don't think I get it again in this video. It's hard to get, and sometimes I don't even go for it because I want to make sure that I get at least the more crucial boom cannon in the pair. I've screwed it up before and missed both and all kinds of nonsense, so I try to use critters to distract very long with that flamethrower back there, but they distract it long enough that I've got a good substantial army up on the left-hand portion of this base where the shield generator still has to be destroyed. All the deadly weapons with the damage amplifier have to be destroyed. The gun itself is about to go out. I've got a rocket launcher shot coming out, but I'm watching my Zookas. I'm putting med kits on them to try to counteract. Now, they can't counteract a damage amplified rocket for very long, but the med kit does help. It keeps them alive long enough that I've got one really healthy Scorcher, guys. I throw a critter pack, which, you know, right on the machine like that, it doesn't last too long, but I'm able to put another med kit down and get that rocket going. Now I know that if I can keep that Scorcher alive, I can win this battle. So I go ahead and flare the boom cannon, get rid of that. I lose a few Zookas to that mortar, but now they're going to target that mortar, take it out. Now I pull a flare all the way up to the corner there, and then another reflare back to the headquarters. And now all I've got to do is outlast that cannon with that Scorcher, and he's never going to touch the Zookas that slowly wear down the headquarters. Boom, got him. 4 ice goes down to the Cryoneer Scorcher Heavy Zooka Army. Now, I'm going to show you one more video, guys, because it was such a blast to do. It wasn't a particularly rough base or anything, but my goodness, it was fun. Let's see. It was, I believe it's this one. Hold on. Oh, my. Let's see. I believe it's, I don't know if it's this guy. Hold on. Let's see if this one's working. No, this is just it's a 2 blue boosted. Well, he's got 4 ice, 2 boosted. Let's go in fast motion, guys. It's all kind of the same. If you deploy your gunboat properly, this is a beastly army, even against a lot of boosted up health, even against boosted up damage. As you can see, the first thing I do is get rid of the Shock Blaster when it's the Shock Blaster 3 Shield Gen 3 combo, and then I try to suppress the boom cannons and shock launchers as the first priority. Watch the rockets, use med kits to counteract rockets against Zookas, and I fully just head-on smashed that base with this army. That was pretty fun. But what was a total blast was this last player on my map. I said, you know, why not? I looked at it, I said, the rocket launchers, 2 of them are behind the headquarters. That's not good for a straight-up Scorcher Heavy Zooka attack. The Cryos aren't really out that, so what am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of that flamethrower in the back, and you guessed it, guys. You may know me by now. I'll try a smoke trick once, at least. And so that's what I do. I put 2 Scorchers out front, launch the Zookas after that, and then I flare along the dock, which that's going to keep... that's going to keep them hugging that right wall. The placement of my flare, I've told you before, on the dock like that will keep my army hugging the right-hand wall. Now, the Scorchers are way out front, so got them eat some rockets and shocks and things like that. But that's cool. They've got a ton of health, guys. I've got to make sure that my smoke stays on top of the Zookas. And I go ahead and stop smoking at this point, throw a critter pack with a shock on top of it. The shock launcher turns to mess with the critters. Everything is targeting on the critters. The rocket can't fire because it's shocked. The boom cannon can't fire because it's shocked. And my army is in that corner and ready to explode out across this base, guys. And when it worked, I knew at this point that if I deployed my gunboat properly for the rest of this battle, I had it. And this was a ton of fun. I got to tell you, this is the kind of stuff that makes Boom Beach great. I scouted this base out and thought, okay, why not? I'll give it a try. And then I just went for it, guys, and acted on the fly after that. You know, I'm looking at shock launchers and boom cannons for my shocks. When my meat shield gets near a rocket launcher, I start looking to put on med kit on my Zookas, and that's more or less how you do this army, guys. You got to be able to watch a whole lot of things happening at once. You got to know when to flare them and when not to, and boom, you can have a whole lot of fun with Cryoneers, Scorchers, Heavies, and Zookas. Believe it or not, guys, I am now a believer. I hope you liked this video. If you like it, if you did, don't if you didn't, but whatever you do, keep a boom.